Alex, how big of an impact is losing Minka, and how do you make up for that productivity?
Yeah, it's definitely unfortunate, because he's a leader in our defense. And he's the best in the league at what he does, and so I think it's definitely sucks losing a guy like that. But it's just an opportunity for other guys to step up, and I know we have capable guys who are going to be able to fill in for him, and so I'm just excited to see how those guys step up and they'll be able to put in work for us.
What kind of a challenge is Derrick Henry for you guys?
Yeah, he's one of the best backs in the league, and so we just, it starts there. They got good offense, and it starts with him, stopping the run, and so we know if we can get after him and stop the run, then we'll be able to get after, their passing attack and everything. Will Levis had a good game yesterday in his first game, so we know, he's got a, good attack to the air, and so we just got to be able to, first and foremost, stop him.
Speaking of Levis, I mean, how much of a challenge is that, knowing that there's a very small sample size of what he's put on tape?
Yeah, I think we just, he had a good, first game the other day, yesterday, and so we just got to be able to get after him. I feel like, he was sitting back there, and, he was delivering good throws and accurate throws, and so we just got to be able to get him off his spot and just be able to, pressure him a lot in this game.
Just following up on that, I mean, is this the onus fall to you and TJ because he does look comfortable? It looks like he wants to stay back there and look for the deep ball.
Yeah, I mean, I think whenever we're pressuring, we're going to do a good job, of winning our one-on-ones and doing a good job of just getting after him and causing different looks and stuff at him. And so, but it's going to be I'm excited to see the game plan for this game. But we definitely have to get after him for sure.
Coming off of LA, you guys had TJ bounce sides once or twice, dropped a little bit more. This game, I saw that play in the third quarter where he busted up the run play by looping inside. You guys hunting and pecking still to try to find him ways where he can impact the game, where it's not just rushing off the left side of your defense?
Yeah, I think we do a good job of mixing things up, and so I think we've done a good job of that the past couple weeks. But I'm just looking forward to the game plan for this week. But I think we just got to continue to mix up the way we attack them in different ways.
Mike Thomas said Cam Heyward's in consideration to maybe return this week. What would that bring to this defense, either on the field or just kind of leadership-wise?
It's going to be huge for us, and just like you said, he's our leader, and so having a guy back like that is going to be huge for us, and so definitely can't wait to have him back. And I know he's been working his butt off to be able to get back for us, and so I know he's we're all excited that he's possibly going to be back this week, and so it's going to be huge for us, just not like you said on the field, of course, but also just overall leadership-wise, having his presence around is going to be huge.
What's it been like having him on the sideline these last 5 weeks as an assistant D-line coach?
Yeah, it's definitely a little different, because he's not out there. He's probably, his voice, is one of the loudest out there on the field. So it's a little different not having him out there, but, it's going to be awesome having him back and, having him back as a leader.
Is it helpful? Is he like the good cop, or has he been more the bad cop since he's one of you, but not in uniform?
I say good cop. He's helped those guys who are in a lot. Guys like Keanu and other guys who have stepped up, and so I think he's done a good job of helping those guys, and while he's been out and really teaching those guys and helping them learn in meetings and stuff like that.
Do you guys feel like you did a better job stopping the run as opposed to?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely, didn't do as good as we want to do. It's just there were still a few plays where he was able to get out, but we just still got to improve a lot in that area, and we have to for this game because they have one of the best backs in the league, and so we just got to really take that step this week and get even better.
Alex, you mentioned that it's going to be an opportunity for somebody. What have you seen when Killebrew and Riley have had opportunities in the past?
Yeah, those guys coming in, they work hard and they prepare for those opportunities. Miles had a really good play yesterday when he was in, and Elijah's made some good plays this year. So I'm excited for both of those guys, and I know that when they come in, they're going to take advantage of their opportunity.
How about Nick Herbig? Obviously, he didn't do a ton over the first 4 weeks, but these last couple of games, he's really started to make more plays. How encouraging to see that from him?
Oh, absolutely. And it's also whenever he come in, he provides splash for us. Getting a sack and then getting that ball out this past week. He's a guy who's able to come in and just provide juice for us. Everyone on this team respects him. He's getting better week by week, and so I feel like he's a great part of our group, and he's only going to get better from here on.
Unexpected meeting with Terrell Edmonds. Will it be weird to see him in Titans colors and on the visitor side at Acrisure?
It's gonna be different. I'm excited to see him, man. He's one of my favorite teammates. Over the past 3 years when I was here, and so it's just gonna be bittersweet seeing him. That's my dog. So I can't wait to see him. It's gonna be fun going against him.
To reiterate, how did it go without Minka yesterday, and how do you feel you guys are positioned to move forward without him here in the short term?
I think at times it was tough because he's a big part of that communication aspect. And like I said, losing a guy like Minka, is always tough. He's a dynamic player, a big part of this defense. So losing him was definitely hard, but it's a next man up mentality. So we came in Had a few wrinkles here and there that we had to iron out, but we got things going.
Will a short week allow for you to condense some of the things that might be more complex with the full week going into Thursday versus a Sunday?
I guess. I mean, you know, the game plan is the game plan. You know, whatever they put out there, you know, it's up to us to go out, execute, and get things situated.
Keanu, I know you guys often have 3 safeties on the field. Just how interchangeable are you, and are you finding yourself in different of those safety positions with Minka out?
Yeah, I kind of did that a little bit last game, moving around, doing different things. So yeah, that's definitely something that I've been doing that I can continue to do heading forward. You know, with Minka not being out there.
Did you guys do the tape yet?
Say again?
Did you guys do the tape yet?
Not yet. We watched it on our own. You know, short week it gets kind of tough. You know, game planning for the next team and everything. But yeah, we haven't gotten on it yet. But I've watched it.
You see anything that you maybe weren't aware of yesterday?
Say again?
Did you see anything watching it that you maybe weren't aware of yesterday, or
no? I
gain
mean,
any clarity?
We do a good job of after the plays. We get on the sideline. We got the iPads. We go over it. We get a feel for it. We understand what we got. We correct the things we need to correct. So watching the film is kind of like going over it again. You know, we already hit it, you know, in the game and then on the sidelines. So.
Elijah, off day, I know it could be business as usual, but he's such a special player. Like, what can each individual do to try to make up for what you don't have when he's not out there?
You know, obviously, Minka's an all-pro guy. He's a massive contributor to this defense beyond just his playing ability. And we each have to be able to step up to the plate. We're all pros. You know, we haven't all reached all-pro, but obviously, you know, we want to win games as a collective. And, you know, we're not expecting anybody to be Superman, but we want everybody to be able to do the job. And when the opportunity comes, make the most of it.
How do you and Miles specifically, you know, guys that hadn't been playing a lot, but good chance you are now, approach this week with knowing Minka's out and kind of working with Keanu and Devontae?
Yeah, obviously we approach it with a little more readiness. I mean, you know, being teamers usually throughout the week, you know, we're not as fluid in defensive movement and practice and stuff. Now this week, you know, we got to prepare as such. My individual preparation doesn't change. I prepare every week like I'm supposed to be on the field. And, you know, I'm going to continue to do so with maybe a little more intensity.
Elijah, is there talk of over-communicating with not having him out there and being a central figure in that regard?
No doubt. Communication's huge, no matter who's out there. So, you know, without a vocal guy out there, the emphasis on it increases. And, you know, that'll likely be the emphasis for the week, is be able out there, communicate, get the calls out, and be able to play.
How important this week for you guys is staying on the field, winning the time of possession battle, so they can't do the same thing with Henry on their side?
Yeah, really important. You know, I think we saw yesterday just lack of execution kept us off the field. So obviously execution will be big for us. We have to stay on our field. I can't speak highly enough about our defense. They're playing phenomenal, and we're just not helping them out.
Mason, how does it impact game planning not knowing if Kenny will be able to go Thursday or not?
I don't think it impacts it much. I think we have to go about our business, whether he's playing or not. I think we got trust in Mitch. We've seen him win games for us in similar situations, so we'll game plan as normal and hope to go out there Thursday to win.
Mason, you mentioned the execution. What else, though, the run game? It looked like you guys maybe turned the corner against the Rams, and then was it something that they were doing differently, the Jags were? How do you get the run game back on track?
Yeah, it's just we just didn't execute high enough. We didn't block well enough. We didn't run well enough. We didn't catch well enough. We didn't pass well enough. Across the board, we just bad ball by all of us. And when you do that, you're going to score 10 points and you're going to lose football games. And that's what we did.
How frustrating is it to have that happen, especially after a week where it looked like things were coming together after the bye?
Yeah, it's frustrating. It's the nature of this game, though. There's going to be weeks where you play well and things go well, and there's going to be weeks where, for whatever reason, you don't execute. And yesterday was one of those days for us.
It feels like execution has been a common thread throughout the season. How do you fix that? I mean, it's, you know, we're 8 weeks in.
Yeah, I think it comes down to focus, attention to detail, and playing one play at a time. I think there's times where us as a line, as an offense, we get hung up on things we didn't do well, things that happened in the past. We have to play one snap at a time, have immense focus for every play. The next play is the most important play. and go from there. I think that helps execution when you're focused on your job and your job only, and that's what we have to do. Everyone just has to do their job.
It feels like everyone knows that that's been an issue. Do you feel like this team has taken the responsibility to progress and get better at that execution right now?
100%. I mean, we've seen times where we're executing well. We just have to do it consistently to help our defense. Our defense is playing so well, and we go out there and go 3 and out the first however many drives. It stinks, man. Everyone knows what the issues are. We just have to play better.
Going back to some of these questions about the run game, last year when you had questions about the quarterback and the offense, that was the recipe. Why did that work, and why has that not carried over to this season?
Yeah, I think as the season goes on, the run game becomes more prominent. When the weather gets bad and people are banged up, the physicality part of the game becomes more of a thing, and we're just not there yet. We haven't gotten to that point where we're executing well enough and doing that. And we're putting a lot of pressure on our quarterbacks because we're not running the ball well, so then we're throwing the ball all over the place, and that can be a recipe for disaster at times.
When it comes to the running game, one of the Jags linebackers said they were calling out a lot of the plays before you guys ran them. Is that just something guys say after a win? Is there anything to be concerned about from your end on that?
I mean, I didn't hear any linebackers calling out plays, and if it is, man, I don't think much of it. They could call plays and be wrong too. It is what it is. Everyone likes to think they know it all. They don't. It's not necessarily the case all the time.
Mason, Deontay was talking yesterday about having a lot of stuff in his head. Why aren't we moving the ball? Why aren't we successful? That stuff you were talking about a moment ago, but just focusing on the next play and not worrying about the past. Is that challenging? And do you think it's a lot of guys are wrestling with that right now?
Yeah, I think the mental part of this game is so much more challenging than people outside this game understand. It's easy to dwell on mistakes in the past and things you've done wrong and things the offense has done wrong, things we haven't done well. To have that mentality of playing play by play, the next play is the most important. It can be challenging at times, but as professionals, we have to be good at that. We have to be able to let things go and play the next play at the highest level of execution.
Their front seven, I don't know how much time you've had to digest what they're doing, but played them before, familiar with their guys, Vrabel-related schemes, anything like that?
This will be my first time playing Tennessee, but from the outside, I know it's another talented group, as it seems like they all are nowadays. It'll be a good challenge for us, and again, we'll have to execute.
Thanks, Mason.